Oh man, yeah. Yep, too old for this shit. Whew. I guess I ain't too old to sit on this rock here. Ever since I started my filmmaking journey, a lot of the questions that I would get from friends and just general people my age is like, are they too old to become filmmakers? And did I do some special shit? Did I take some serum and learn this craft and this passion? I don't think there's an age barrier for it. I really don't. Nah, I don't, man. Especially for me, starting so late in the game, because a lot of filmmakers go to school. They go to film school and they create connections, and then they go to make their first film earlier in their 20s. Then they get better at the craft later on in life, to where now a lot of this information is readily available. I'm self-taught through YouTube courses, and I think that information, whatever the information is, whatever you want to know, is readily available. We live in an information age. Unless you don't know how to use an iPad, a tablet, a phone, you should be able to find out all the things that you want to know about filmmaking to get started on your journey. A lot of the materials, a lot of the cameras, lenses, tripods, all of these things are now affordable. Before, a lot of this shit was thousands and thousands of dollars. Now I'm sitting here talking to an FX30, which is a cinema camera that you could buy for $1,700. Now I know that sounds like a lot, but really for a cinema camera to give you this kind of quality, no, it's actually not. It's actually not. It's actually not a lot of money for you to get started in your filmmaking journey. So if you factor in the cost, you factor in the barrier to information, which isn't there anymore, it's kind of up to you and where you're at in your life. For me, I was looking for a creative outlet, and that's what led me down this path. I started making YouTube videos. I like video games, so I was passionate about that, but I needed a little more. I needed to create more, and I needed to step behind the camera, and that just led me right into it, man. I'm living in the city, the beautiful city of Philadelphia, and there's just this budding filmmaking community that it just spoke to me. It just called me, documentaries. It's just so many things to film. So it was like a moth to the flame for me. So you have to ask yourself that, do you have a passion for it? Is that inside of you? That urge to create? Because at that point, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 45, 55. I'm 38 right now, and I'm probably on the cusp of making my first full-length documentary. So, we did a short a few months back. We're making films now. I don't think age played a part in it. But then you have to ask yourself this. You have to really ask yourself this. Do you have the stamina for it? And that's what it really takes. Because the shit is not easy. It's not simple. It's actually rather complicated. And it could get frustrating at times because it's a team sport. Even though I'm out here right now, sitting by myself, talking to this camera, it's really a team effort. I would love to have somebody else behind the camera to make sure I'm in focus. And even just giving me direction. But that's not always the case, and most of the time it's not the case. So with us self-taught filmmakers, a lot of us are out here alone doing this and making films. So do you have the stamina for that? Are you up to, get up, get your gear together, and go outside and shoot? Or even sitting in the house and writing and conceptualizing things to shoot? Do you have the stamina for it? Maybe you have kids or a job that doesn't allow you to do it. And then at that point, it's not that you're too old, you just got too much shit on your plate. So you really have to ask yourself that. How much shit do I have on my plate? How much time can I allot to not just filming, not just writing, but learning? Because that's a huge part of it. I want to say, 40 to 50% of my time learning the craft of filmmaking as opposed to just being outside and filming. So that's something you really have to ask yourself. So I think it's less about being old, because that's something like, am I too old? I'm 38. I don't feel 38. I feel about 32, But I got grays. I'm getting up there. My knees are creaking. They're not moving as they used to, but I just have the stamina for it. I love it. It's fun. It's imaginative. Listen to other people's stories and bringing them to life. Just something that drives me. So for me, it's no problem, but something you have to ask yourself. Not that you're too old, but do you have the stamina for filmmaking? So I guess that's that. Catch you on the next one.